The other day I looked at a video of a lady who uh, she moved from Kenya to USA 1970s huko, right? Akasema she was married and then she split with the husband and then she decided to go to US to work. Akafanya kazi and then kidogo kidogo she felt like keeping up with the bills was a bit difficult there because she had left two kids back here in Kenya. So hapo things got a bit tough. She decided to start her own business. So she decided to make chapatis and mandazis and mahamri and all those kind of things because she felt like this is the best way to go, right? So all the Kenyans in uh, the area of close to New York was, they knew her and they, bought stuff from her. She had like a restaurant, so restaurant and also was like a catering business. But then things were getting tough and she was overworked. So one time akasema she fell down and she hurt her back. Gonga vunjika, kind of hospitali, nini. That was the beginning of all the trouble. So she couldn't keep up with the job anymore, right? So she decided to, at the time alikuwa amenunua magari, bought a lot of nice things, nini. So in the end she had said, you know what? I think I should go back home. I think I'm better off there, see my kids. So she devised a plan that she was gonna get a container, pack everything very nice, everything she had, except the cars, and she would relocate to Kenya. So akapack kila kitu kwa container. Destination Mombasa. Kapanda ndege, she came. Kufika hapa kutana watoto yake wakaongea waiting for the container, haikuwa ifika. Can you believe that? The container never came through, So she broke down and she said, she lost everything, like literally everything. And then I could see, so the first time alianguka, then akaanguka tena mara ya pili, ya tatu, she broke her leg now. So she's on crutches and she's old. She's a bit like 65, 70 maybe. So imagine she fits under the category of people with disabilities. So I was looking at that story and was really sad because I realized that these are the things that people in diaspora don't really foresee, right? Having seen a story like that, I felt bad because, first things first, that lady made mistakes that she could have avoided, Kita ya kwanza hakuwahi invest here. She never built her place. She never sent the money over to even have the kids start the business. Or rather jenga apartments, ama jenga rental units, ama jenga commercial space. She never did because it's just the only thing she claims she lost is the container. But I don't think that container had like money in it. It had things that were valuable, but you know. So looking at that story, there's a lot of things we can learn from it. Those guys in diaspora, muko US, muko Australia, muko UK, wapi. The money you make, the first money you make sure that you invest your home because things could go wrong. After labda you're a citizen of certain country, what if they strip you that citizenship? And they, of course, everything that you own, the cars, the house, will be taken away from you, right? At least it's good to have something to lean on, That's why you see most of the people, send the money back here and invest. But most people are a bit scared. They're like, oh, utagongwa, nini. But I think for me, it's more of an excuse more than the reality. Because if you really want to do it, you will do it. You will find a way to do it because other guys have done it, right? Shida many guys in diaspora is, the upbringing, right? Someone was brought up in a poor background. In a way, everything was poor from the mindset, the way of doing things, the way of analyzing things, Hata nakwambia save. You cannot save your way to richness, right? And being cheap will not make you rich. You not spending money doesn't make you rich. The more money you spend, the more money you are going to make, right? Because now, let's say you purchase a project for about $10,000. right? Hiyo imeenda, so you start figuring a way to get to develop it. Because I mean, people be like, most people that I know, they say, oh, niko na shamba hapa. I'm like, shamba is not, doesn't mean anything. It's just like a dead asset. It's not bringing anything. But what's important is what's on top of it, because that's like a money making machine. I call it MMM, you know. The project on top of it, whether it's rental units or commercial space, that's what, or it's farming, that's what brings the money. And, it's not really like, the money will allow you to do other things, help other people, do other things that it needs money to be used to, make a difference. So going back to the story of the lady, she's old, she's sick, kuna kazi, she can't work, she doesn't have any support, she wanted to be a member of parliament. Hey, things imekuwa tu ngumu sana. And it proves a point that, kutangulia sio kufika, there's a lot of things along the way that you have to consider and really be smart enough to collaborate with other guys, and see what they're doing and ask questions. I mean, hata kama mwenyewe doesn't want to tell you what they're doing, piga simu, tembea sometimes, chukua gari, when you're here, or, after you fly here, unaangalia hii project ya nani, tafuta mwenyewe, hi, my name is XYZ, I like what you're doing, I would like to do something like this, can you please help me, I'll pay you whatever you want me to pay you to help me achieve it, right? Give me the information, the architect, the guy behind it, the materials, and nini. Because you see, most of the time, watu wengi, I don't know, man, like, for me, I don't understand how people think. I'm like, at the end of the day, what do you consider important, If you work in abroad, in a Kenyans who live here, I don't really know, it's a lot of work there. But at the end of the day, you'll be 60, 70, umechoka. You've never enjoyed anything. Now wazungu wanakuja Kenya hapa, save like $10,000 or $5,000. Wanakuja kuenjoy inaisha. They go back work again, they go to Maldives, they go to Singapore, they go to wapi. They get to 60 years old, they don't care, they don't own anything. Wanapelekwa kwa nursing home, wanakula hiyo pesa from social security, and wait for their death. That's it. They don't have a family. Some have, most don't have, because they feel like, it's expensive. And nowadays people just want to enjoy themselves. But for these Africans and Kenyans, we have extended family, and we value family setup. So I think it's good to keep up with that, and invest back home in terms of, that's your property peke yake, empower some people need opportunities, right? Naacha kupiga vita, right? I mean, when you look at most people, they be like, oh, my cousins are lazy, they don't want to work, they don't want to do this and that. But I'm like, and then those guys more Kenya pia, mwache ujinga, right? You have a real proposal. Just be like, I want this to be done. Can you please give me these resources? And please limit it to something like a real resource. Can I utilize this piece of land, or this vehicle, or this space, or this building, And then unajianza. Because otherwise, at the end of the day, Rick Ross alisemanga, the best thing he does is to empower his family so that they don't depend on him. But if you don't empower your siblings, your family members, they'll always come back to you. When things go wrong, they need money for school fees, or something goes wrong, someone is sick, they'll say, hey, when do you go to pesa? When do you unafanya kazi? Right? Everything is gone. But if all those siblings you have, or all your family members wako sawa, kila mtu ako na biashara yake, that would be great, because now there's no kutegemeana bila, okay, the bill is $20,000, kila mtu $2,000. There's no question about that, right? And then mwacha uoga, just they say the biggest risk is not taking a risk, right? Because I mean, one day, one time, the economy can just collapse like that, and everything is gone. So the issue of not putting all the eggs in one basket is real, right? So it's up to you to decide. I mean, I'm here to give information, and the way that I see things could be a bit better, improved, and at the end of the day, we live, maisha yenye is worth it. People are empowered around you, they have information, they have exposure. It's nice, because they normally say education is key to successful life. But for me, I would say exposure is key as well, because education, exposure is part of education. You just have to learn how to take things here and there, and what's the best way to go around it, because things sometimes can go left. But sana sana, most people are the ones who make these things not go right. Right? They literally cause the drama, they literally cause the chaos, and they expect other people to jump in and be like, okay, okay, you did this. Kwa mfano mtu anaacha shule, right? Yeah, like sasa nitakufanyia nini? Wewe uliacha shule, you don't deserve anything good. You need to work on yourself. I mean, nobody works on you. But those people, I mean, for me, I don't have energy for them. Shauri yao, kama unazama zama, hata kufanya nini? If you think, if you already did that, what would be happening? Everything comes with price. Success has a cost, and so it's up to you to decide, do you want it or not? And we can tell from far, because you meet someone and say, tell me about yourself. Nakwambia, oh, alafu people wenye wanapenda kuwa na excuses. No, I don't know and I don't want to know. Do you have this or you don't have it? I mean, when you look at 90% or 99% or a very big percentage of millionaires today and billionaires are self-made. Most of them are orphans, single parent, but they never use that as an example. I mean, say kama 50 Cent, he's never knew his father. Mama yake died at he was 8 years old. But he said from his interviews that I wanted to be an example of no excuse. You still make it. But one thing that really helped him get there was a lot of self-drive. He knew that if I don't do anything, I'm the one to lose it all, right? So, I mean, look at him. He's doing great, and I've seen him grow. I've watched all these documentaries, and it's a great inspiration that you can get anything you want as long as you're willing and ready to work for it. Sawa sawa?